As we close out 2023, boxing continues to give us the best of what boxing has to offer. And for Marlon Tapales from the Philippines, it's going to end either on a very high or a low, because this unified champion of the IBF and WBA is entering this fight as a man on a mission, hoping to accomplish history for Undisputed. Let's talk about Tapales as he makes his campaign for Undisputed against the monster. Yeah. We are entering a place in boxing where the year of 2023 closes out once again with the best of what the sport can offer. And that'll be when, on December 26th, from Tokyo, Inouie is taking on Marlon Tapales for the Undisputed Junior Featherweight Championship. Now, the monster is the selling point here. He has been a pound-for-pound comet streaking across boxing sky, and people are taking note of his abilities. But his opponent, Marlon Tapales, is entering this contest as a man on a mission, looking to capture history. And what an opponent to try to accomplish that against in the monster. Why is that? It's because the monster represents the best at that division presently. Though he hails from Japan, many people are jaded by the fact that he's a part of the smaller weight classes and has brought knockouts, not since Julian Jackson type knockouts that really mesmerized the audiences. For such a small man to be able to put people away like this, it reminds me of Ricardo Lopez, the young, highly skilled Ricardo Lopez, who was at those lower weights just blowing up his opponents. And Inouie is ready to take that next step because he's talking about moving up still. And that very well may happen after these two come together. As we look at their present records, Inouie is coming into this bout 25-0 with 22 KOs. And in his last effort, he scored a great knockout victory over Stephen Fulton. And that was when I took note. I said to myself, this young man needs to be dealt with, but it won't happen until he moves up still. Currently at the age of 30, he's an orthodox fighter who's 5'5" with a 67.5-inch reach and dynamite in both hands. But if he's able to perform as he has done currently on a knockout streak that is to be commended, he will be one of the best in the sport going in 2024, seeking new dragons to slay. And so Marlon Tapales, entering this fight with his record of 37-3 with 19 KOs, has to be careful because he's already been stopped a couple of times. And the men that have stopped him are nowhere near the caliber of Monster Inouie. The way I see this fight going is that these two talented fighters are going to pretty much show us what they have as far as inside. As far as Tapales, he's an aggressive fighter. He weighs in. Ali used to call fighters of this particular technique washerwoman style, where they weigh with the left and the right, and the left and the right, kind of winging shots, hooks. Tapales is that type of fighter. He's front foot heavy, and when he comes in like that, he presents a greater picture for fighters like Monster Inouie, who happens to be an accurate power punching fighter, delivering dynamite in both hands. He is known to get rid of people with left hooks, right hooks, uppercuts. He can really smash into his opponents and leave them dazed and confused. Now, Tapales could try to box, but this is the thing about him. He's wide open. He leaves an open target. And Monster has proven, even from short distance, he can really hurt a man. So will Tapales come in having tightened up his defense? Or will he enter into this bout like Stephen Fulton, who was a noted defensive specialist, couldn't keep Inouie off of him? I had said if he gives Monster the chance to nail him, the fight was going to be over. Just because you think a fighter is fighting from a lower weight division and moving up to take you on doesn't mean he won't be able to hurt you. Fulton found that out quite quickly in their fight. So as I looked at that, I was like, it's very unfortunate. It's only a matter of time. And it could be the very same when you talk about Tapales, because he isn't as disciplined as Stephen Fulton was, but yet and still being a champion with pride and ego, he may enter this fight looking to lay it all out and go balls out. Who knows? Those type of convictions are deep within a man and should never be overlooked. You always leave some resolute of hope that that's what these championship fighters will fight based upon. And I expect no less from Tapales in this fight, but how long it goes will be up to him. Because if he can keep Monster from nailing him cleanly, he can survive for rounds. But if I know Monster and the fight taking place in Tokyo, he's going to be the man that will enter this fight and impose his will and his game plan, which would be to have a spectacular, emphatic, decisive victory in front of his home countrymen and women to show why going into 2024 he's going to give them everything that they're looking for in boxing. And I feel the same. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are regarding Monster Inouie against Marlon Tapales. And does Tapales, in your eye, have a chance? Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.